Hi Taurus, this is your general reading for the month of October. I would just like to say that for the general readings and the relationship readings, I have had to change the spread slightly because I do want to start to do monthly readings for single people as well. So due to the timing, I've had to kind of reduce the spread to some extent. But anyway, I have already pre-shuffled and laid out the cards, so we're going to get straight into your reading. Now, looking at your reading, first of all, it seems the beginning bit is really good, but for some reason it doesn't pan out very well. But anyway, let's do this reading. Right, the first card we have is the Sun card. It is a major arcana. It is the kind of overall energy, or the energy that's being brought in this month. It is a really positive card to have. It's one of the best cards really that you can get. It predicts a happy time within relationships, within health. It can often speak that maybe there is a birth of a child pending for some of you out there. It can show rewards coming to you, new creativity. It can as well show that if life has been difficult or quite fraught, then you can know that maybe those challenges are now going to come to an end. That it's almost like your sanctuary is just around the corner from these challenges or obstacles that maybe you've been going through recently. So, I mean, overall, it is a very lovely card to have. It shows joy and happiness, protection, creativity. You know, it's almost like that feeling where you feel blessed, okay? Or you're going to be blessed with good fortune and support. Right, the next card we have here is the Seven of Cups. Cups represent water. Water represents Scorpio, Pisces and Cancer. As I always tell you, it doesn't mean you're dealing with one of those signs. Now, the cups are all to do with our feelings, love, emotions, okay? This is reversed and it has fallen within your helping, hindering, crossing position, okay? Now, when it is reversed, it's trying to get the message across that you cannot have all your wishes. No, let me put it a different way. You have a desire to have all your wishes granted, okay? It's like there's so many things that you are wanting at the moment, wanting to achieve or whatever. But it's understanding that that's not possible. You can't have everything, okay? Now, because the cups talk about emotions, okay, it is possible that maybe you are wishing for all your wishes to come true on an emotional level, okay? Things that are going to make you feel emotionally fulfilled. But this card has shown up to make you understand that you may not get all your wishes granted at the moment. It's not to say that you won't, but you cannot expect too much too soon, okay? It can sometimes show, if we're talking about a relationship, but this is more of a general reading, but I will still point it out. It can, in terms of a relationship, talk about some deception, okay? That maybe you are deceiving somebody else, or they are deceiving you, okay, on an emotional level in terms of love and relationship. It can show that you could have a false sense of security in regards to something. And this false sense of security could mean that you could actually lose out. That somebody could be deceiving you. It doesn't have to be in terms of a relationship. It could be in terms of any area of your life. That somebody could be deceiving you, painting this pretty picture, so to speak, making things sound too good to be true almost, okay? And what is being promised to you, or this lovely picture that's being painted to you, could then lead to this false sense of security within yourself that you are not actually aware of, okay? And this card could be highlighting that to you as well. Now here we have your second major arcana card. It is the Hermit. It has fallen within the foundation of this situation, okay? Now the Hermit card, it's like it's calling for you to take time out. It's almost like an enforced isolation. Now that may worry you or concern you in some way, but it shouldn't, okay? It's asking you to withdraw from a situation at the moment, to take some time out so you can truly reflect. It's like you need to gain some knowledge regarding something or a better understanding. And the only way you're going to be able to do that is to possibly separate yourself from a situation or a person for you to be able to gain an inner knowledge and to be able to gain a clearer perspective on something. Now, as I said, this is a general reading. It feels emotional to me, if I'm truthful, but so it could be in terms of a relationship, because you know sometimes they want you to hear about a relationship situation more than they do other areas or aspects of your life. And when the time comes for me to do your relationship reading, I'll be curious to see what messages we get within that. But it may not be a love relationship in terms of your partner or your wife or your husband. It may be in terms of a work relationship or a friendship. But it may be in terms of an actual situation rather than a person. But it's asking you to go within yourself now, for you to be able to gain perspective and a clearer understanding of something. It's a card, as I said, about separating yourself, about taking time out and withdrawing from something within your life. Now, the next card we have here is the Two of Pentacles. It is reversed. We have your own energy here because the Pentacles are Earth. And that is for Taurus, yourself, Capricorn and Virgo. It's fallen within your past position, okay? But when I say past, it could be literally last week or yesterday, okay? Now, the Two of Pentacles, really any number two in any suit is normally about decisions, choices, or juggling situations, okay? Now, the Two of Pentacles, again, it is very much about juggling a decision or a choice, okay? Trying to work out. It can show in terms of business now that something could be foundering, okay? That a venture that you may be associated with may not be going in the most positive way that it should be. It's possible that there's been some financial difficulties that could have caused this venture to founder in some way, okay? Because it can very much talk about worries regarding money, but it can also speak of worries concerning a more personal situation within your life. It can as well often speak about a decision in terms of whether to actually get married. Now, as I said, it is a general reading, but I do need to say that as well, that somebody could be juggling a decision in terms of whether to take their relationship to the next level, because it could be possible that the relationship in some way has lost its spark. And you could be in a situation where you are kind of thinking whether to take this relationship to the next stage or maybe to end it, because you feel that there's something lacking, something's not feeling right, or it can be like the honeymoon period is over. But either way, there is a decision that I feel you need to make. There is some worries that have been there, either, as I said, on a personal level within your life or in terms of business and money. Now, the next card we have is another major arcana. It is the Hierophant, and it is reversed. It's fallen within the position of the present, the more here and now. When the Hierophant is reversed, it can talk about a lack of balance within your life at the moment, or within a particular area of your life. It can talk about a lack of faith or honour. It can talk as well, this kind of situation of somebody only getting half the truths. It's like untruths, half truths, but everything but the whole truth type of situation. You can see there's two keys there in front of this man on the floor, and those keys are very much representative about unlocking the truth, okay? So it could be that you feel something is being hidden from you, or that you feel that somebody is not being as genuine with you as you first thought. So as I said, it can be very much about the need to try to find out the whole truth. It's like you feel information is being kept from you, or what you're hearing is being distorted in some way, and it's kind of giving you that kind of niggly doubt where you just think something's not quite right here, okay? And like I said to you, you know, somebody could be painting this pretty picture when in actual facts it's not really that way at all. And it could be that you have this feeling that something's not quite right, and you feel that somebody is not being as open or as honest with you, and is not telling you the whole truth in regards to something within your life. Now, this hasn't actually happened to me before, but in your final card, which is the outcome card, as I was laying the cards out, I had one card that kind of just flew out of my hand and landed down, and it landed face up. So I decided to take that card and keep it because it had literally just flown out of the deck, so to speak. But I also decided to take the next card after it because I felt that for some reason with your outcome card, they were obviously trying to get two messages across to you, okay? So I'm gonna read the first card. I'm going to read the card that flew out first. It is the Death card. And I know lots of people don't like the Death card. I do like the Death card, but I do prefer to see it in the upright. So it is a major arcana and it is reversed, okay? When the Death card shows up reversed, it's showing that there is going to be some major change within an area of your life. But it's a major change that you are not prepared for, okay? Now, I don't want you to panic or worry because, look, major change can be negative, of course, but some changes in our lives can also be very positive. And it may not feel positive at the time that it's happening, but over a period of time you can actually see that sometimes change was actually a blessing in disguise, because it can then put you on the correct path that you were meant to be on, okay? That sometimes fate kind of intervenes because you're going down a path that you shouldn't actually be on, that's not right for you. So this major change can come along to change that, to force you onto a different path that is going to better serve you. So I don't want you to panic too much about this major change. But certainly for some of you, there is going to be a major change. A change that you was not prepared for, okay? It can be that you could have made an investment, okay, in the past. And that investment could have held you back in some way, okay? And now that's going to be taken from you. So as I said, some change is good because you could have been investing in a relationship, as example, or investing heavily in a business situation, okay? And you've invested a lot of time and energy into this, and then that is taken away from you, okay? Maybe this business ends or a relationship ends, okay? But what it's doing is it's forcing you to then rethink your future and look at your future in a different way. Because it's possible that that relationship or that job or that business venture was not right for you. So as I said, it's almost like fate has intervened and said, no, we're going to stop this, we're going to end this, we're going to take this away because it's not right for you. And that's going to put you, as I said, back on to the path that you should be on, that is going to be better for your long-term future. Now, you may resist this change. You may not want it. You may feel that this change is not good for you. But this is why this card is telling you need to look at your future and your long-term future, and to understand that while you may stubbornly want to resist this change, you have to look at the bigger picture and understand that this may actually be in your best interests. You may not see that now, but at some point you will. And then you may kind of make this sigh of relief where you think, whew, I'm actually glad that it worked out this way, because I can actually see now that this road I'm on, or this relationship I'm now in, or this new job I'm now in is actually better for me. So when this major change takes place in your life, and obviously it is a general reading, it's not going to resonate with every Taurus person out there. But for those of you that this is going to apply to, don't resist this change. Know that this change has come about to put you back on the correct path that you should be on. And that this change is going to be better for your future. And the fact for me, two facts here. All major arcanas are much more important messages. They are trying to get across a very important message to you in a much stronger way than the minor arcana cards are trying to do. And the fact that this card flew out when I was laying the cards down, again, shows me that for some of you out there, this card is going to be very important to you. Now, the card that I laid down after the Death card was the Five of Swords. Now, the swords are air. They are related to our mind, our thoughts, our thinking, our logic. It's all to do with our head, okay? Now, the fives are not good in any suit, to be honest with you. But I can see here, and I can understand now why this card followed the Death card that flew out. Because the Five of Swords is signaling that you have got this conflict going on within your head, okay? It's like there's this mental conflict, mental battle going on inside you. Now, I'm not talking so much on the emotions now. We're talking more with your logic, okay, with your thinking, okay? Now, it can be card very much about having mixed feelings. It can be a card about choosing your battles carefully, because it is about conflict. Now, it can be that you are either having an internal conflict within your own mind, which could be in relation to this major change that may take place. That it's going to create this conflict within your thought process in regards to this major change and this major shake-up. It can also be that there could be some conflict on an external level within your life. And that's where it's saying to pick your battles carefully, because within this situation with the Five of Swords, there's really no winner. If it's an external battle and conflict that you're having with others around you, it's going to end up feeling like a fruitless fight, a fruitless battle. Yes, you may win the argument, but it's not going to make you feel good. You're not going to really walk away feeling like a winner, even though you won the argument. It can be as well about being stubborn in regards to accepting other people's point of views, okay? But I feel myself, in terms of this reading, I feel that when this major change takes place, it's going to create this internal conflict within your mind, okay? Your thoughts are going to be all over the place and completely topsy-turvy and mixed up. You may have this feeling of not knowing whether you're coming or going, so to speak, okay? But don't try to fight this change that's coming. Just know that this change is needed. It's needed for your long-term happiness. It's needed to put you back onto the right path. Don't try to fight it, because by doing so, by trying to resist the change and stubbornly refuse it and not accept it, it's not going to benefit you. You're not going to win this, okay? You may resist the change and stay within a job or a relationship or a business venture, and then discover further down the line that it wasn't right for you, and you should have accepted the change when the change came about and was offered. And you shouldn't have resisted that change. It can be a card as well about allowing pride to come before a fall. Now, sometimes when things come to an end, it isn't nice. And it is possible that there could be somebody around you. As an example, if a relationship comes to an end, there then could be somebody around you who could be quite, I don't want to say spiteful, but somebody around you that could almost say, I told you it wouldn't work out, I told you so, but you wouldn't listen to me. Or if it is a business venture or a job, then again, somebody could be around you having that kind of attitude. Well, you know, I told you so. I told you this was never going to work out, but you wouldn't listen to me. But don't allow that to stop you or to make you resist a change that is needed. It doesn't matter what others may think or say. What matters is your own happiness and your future. So don't allow others to make you feel, you know, that yes, okay, something comes to an end, but don't make them allow them to make you feel bad about that. As I said, don't allow pride to come before a fall. Sometimes we do things in our lives. We enter new jobs, business ventures, relationships, friendships, all different things in our lives that don't work out or are not serving us in the way that they should be. And then sometimes fate intervenes to end this, to put us back onto the correct path that we should be on. So you know, we've started with the Sun card, which is extremely positive, okay? We see that, you know, there's a juggling act. We see that, you know, you may be wishing for all your wishes to be granted, okay? We see that there is the need for some in reflection time for you. There's a time, it's a time for you to go within, to withdraw and take some time out to make some decisions. It's a time of trying to unlock some truths. If you feel that somebody is only giving you the half truth to something, then it's a time to find out what's really going on and get to the underlying issue, so to speak. And for some of you out there, there is going to be a major change or major shake-up within your life in some aspect. But you're not to fear that change, because it's a change that is needed, and you may not feel that at the time. But you have to keep the faith there. Because like we see with the Hierophants, you know, there could be a lack of faith at the moment. And when this major change comes about, that could be rocked even more. But just know that change is not always bad. And that you may want to resist this change, but it's not going to serve you to do so. Accept the change, embrace the change, and know that the change is going to bring about something better for you within your life. As I said, choose your battles carefully. It doesn't matter what others think or feel about your situation. Don't allow pride to come before a fall. And if you are going to have all of these mixed feelings and feeling topsy-turvy, so to speak, within your thoughts regarding these major changes, then do as the Hermit. Take the time out to withdraw and to come to terms with this major change. And then you can accept it and embrace it and know that it was for your best interests, better for your long-term goals. So, to be honest, where I felt the reading had started out positive and then declined, I actually don't. I actually feel your reading started out positively. And to be honest, I feel it's going to end positively. Don't fear this major change. Not all change is bad, okay? Accept it, embrace it, and have some passion and excitement for the change when it comes about, and know that it's going to lead to better things for you. Now, as I did say during the reading, this is not going to resonate with all Taurians. Of course it's not. But maybe some of the reading will. But, you know, as I always say, if you've liked this video, please give it the thumbs up. If you haven't, then give it the thumbs down. If you wish to leave a comment, that would be fantastic. As I think you're all aware by now, any comment that's left for me, I always make sure I reply to it. And I really do appreciate all the likes, the comments, even the dislikes. You know, whatever the feedback I get from you, I'm very grateful and I appreciate it. Now, I will be back again soon to do your relationship reading and the single reading for the month of October. So just bear with me on that. And it's been great doing your reading again. And I hope you've enjoyed it. So I'll speak to you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.